Morning guys, I hope you had a good Thursday and I hope you have a good Friday and a good weekend. Just before I begin, I'd just like to give a shout out to the late adopter. I was on his stream last night and I was just chatting away and he gave me a shout out. Cheers for that, late adopter, mate. I appreciate the nice comments as well, mate. A lot of people have been saying that I've got a nice soothing voice, so that's good to hear, really good to hear. I'm just trying to do my thing, mate, as same as you're trying to do yours. Great content, great channel, guys. Please, I'll drop a link in the description below this video to his channel, so if you can go over there and check him out and give him a sub. Great guy, mate, knows his stuff. I've learned a lot from watching his channel. That's what we do, we watch each other and we learn from each other and we strive forward in this space. So yeah, it's all good, mate, it's all good. Good luck to you, friend. So yeah, moving on. I'm going to jump into the Bitcoin chart right now, guys. As you can see, Bitcoin went up a bit, as we said there. This is my projection for Bitcoin over the next few weeks. Could play out like this, might not. This might be the bottom now. Just looking at the chart though, you can see that we did form a bit of a dead cat bounce there, and we've come back down to form a bit of a double bottom just there. This is on the 4-hourly time frame, guys. So we've actually dipped lower than the previous bottom there. So yeah, if we look at it on the daily time frame, guys, that's what we're targeting for the drop down to the EMA. I'll drop the EMA in now, the 55. You can see, look, where I drew it's perfectly lining up, guys. So take that out. You see that? Perfectly lining up. So I do expect, it's not an exact science, guys, but I feel that we may be producing something very similar that we experienced over here with this correction, and like most of the corrections in Bitcoin as well. When we've gone back and looked at the charts, we do come back down and we do test this EMA as support, just to clarify that we're in a continuation trend, that we are remaining in the bull trend. But also, I'm just going to show you something now on the 4-hourly chart, guys, that may suggest that this might also be the bottom of this correction for Bitcoin. So if we shoot to the 4-hourly chart here, we'll drop out the EMA, guys. You can see what we formed, something that looks like a double bottom, and a double bottom is usually a trend reversal pattern. So right here we may see a bounce from this point for Bitcoin, and the target for this particular upside for Bitcoin is, you do like this is the neckline, right? And what you do, you go, it's not an exact science, guys, but usually this is the trade in which we can see. So we went all the way down there for Bitcoin at the bottom of that wick. So then if we was to break at any point here, you could see a big pump to the upside for Bitcoin. Once, if we come up, right, and test this neckline here, right, and that is broken, then potentially we could ride up and have a big pump in Bitcoin, potentially making a new all-time high as well, and that just be the bull run resumed. So that's another potential play on the cards for Bitcoin, this double bottom trend reversal pattern, guys. So again, if you was to long it from here, say you're confident that it is a reversal pattern, you long it from here just up to the neckline, guys. If you just longed it just to the neckline, just as a test to see if we could break out, that's an 11.88%. It's about a 12% trade from this point, guys. Set yourself a small stop loss. So yeah, that is a potential trade for you guys right there on Bitcoin, this long position, because it is looking quite confident actually. It is looking quite good. The fact that we've got this nice big green candle here and we're pushing up now, so perhaps it is a double bottom and we will shoot up to this neckline and we will hit some form of resistance on this, and if we was to break it, then there's your target to the upside. So that's just something to keep an eye on, guys, in the charts for Bitcoin. The divergences doesn't look like there's any hidden divergences other than one that we've already spotted, this bearish divergence obviously there, because like I explained to you yesterday, a high and a higher high and then a high and a lower high. Basically it's bearish divergence, and lo and behold we broke down, we've gone bearish. So now we're trying to pump back up. You see we're floating around about 46k. So if we bring up the EMAs on the 4-hourly time frame, you can see that we still are bearish on the 4-hourly time frame, guys. So even getting above the EMAs here is going to be a struggle. So this might not necessarily play out. We may see a rejection on a pump up to the 10 EMA there, guys. We're zooming for you. So you may see as we pump up towards the CMA, we may get rejected and come back down, and then potentially test our target on the daily time frame, which is the 55 EMA on the daily, guys, which I think is roughly about, if we go to the daily time frame again, yeah, we said it's going to go around, and it's roughly going to be about 41, 42,000 guys on that other chart. Let's get that chart up for you now. So this is my forecast chart, guys. So if we was to see a rejection of the 10 EMA on the 4 hourly time frame, guys, then that double bottom and pump to the upside to test the neckline will potentially be invalidated. If we was to get over the 10 EMA, great, that's super bullish, guys, and it's just continuation, and off we go to the races, and it'd be awesome. But you know, that's a key area to keep an eye on, guys, in your trading on the 4 hourly time frame. If we was to hit the 10 EMA and get rejected, I would expect us to see us push down to this 55 EMA, which is where I'm sort of set up to trade. I'm going to go long at $42,016. $42,016, guys. So again, not an exact science, just something I like to look at patterns and see, you know, rinse repeat. It does happen a lot in crypto especially. So that's that, guys. So I'm just going to jump over to the Chainlink chart right now for you guys. So with Chainlink, guys, I did say that we may see, if we go to the 4 hourly time frame here. So I did say up here, I made a video when Chainlink had pumped up here a few days ago. I think you can find it in my channel. I did say that potentially we could see a double bottom. We do usually in these corrections come down and test the body of the candle, not necessarily the wick, guys. The body of the candle as support, and you can see we literally came down in the past 4 hours. We have come down and we have tested this bottom as support, and we have bounced off it quite nicely. So we are potentially forming a double bottom on Chainlink here, guys. So this looks really good for Chainlink, really positive. And I'm just going to see if we spot any divergences. There is a bearish divergence there, which we have spotted before, guys. That was the bearish divergence there, and obviously the high and the lower high on the RSI, and that did see us break down. I'm just going to jump to the hourly. We may see a bullish divergence on the hourly time frame here. Just looking on the 4 hourly time frame here, guys, there does seem to be a little bit of a bullish divergence there, with that lower high and then higher high just there. And then in the charts we have painted a higher high and a lower high in the price action. So again, that's a bullish divergence. I think we did spot something very similar yesterday on 1Inch, and that's absolutely flew out the gates. I know 1Inch has had some positive news in the fact that it's transferring over to Binance Smart Chain now, but the fact that we have painted this bullish divergence there, guys, on the hourly time frame on Chainlink, we have double bottomed. We have looked to be what's double bottom, like I said we would wick down and test this bottom as support in the trend reversal. Again, it's looking really good for Chainlink here, guys. I'm just going to see what... So I think I made my video a few days ago. I think we were around about this price here. So we have dipped 16% down and touched this bottom. So for those of you that followed that trade, really pleased for you. Well done. It's not an exact science, guys. It's just I like to see patterns, and I like to see... Because, you know, you can look at all the technicals you want, but the most important are these patterns, guys. In my opinion, these patterns, and they do form patterns. So this bullish divergence on the hourly time frame is really positive for Chainlink now, and the fact that we've double bottomed here, and well, this is basically a triple bottom on the hourly time frame. That's even more bullish as a reversal pattern, in my opinion. So we've seen one bottom there, one bottom there, one bottom there on the hourly time frame. So it's a triple bottom. Google that. That's extremely bullish. I've charted that before. That was charting really well on 1Inch before we had the correction, obviously. So yeah, super bullish on Link, guys. Hopefully we can see a nice break to the upside now today on Chainlink, given this bullish divergence there on the hourly time frame. The fact that we've bottomed out and we're off to the races. So where's the resistance levels as we move up? So if we take a look now, you can see we've got a lot of support there in this trading channel just there. So I would expect a little bit of resistance to push just there. So I'll mark that for you guys now. So you may see a little bit of resistance as we push up towards, because as you can see here, there's not much resistance or support in this sort of area. So we may just pump right up to 26.78 now, guys, and find a bit of resistance just there. Possibly correct a little bit, have a little bit of consolidation before we take a next leg up, and then the next leg to get through would be this level just here. this level just here at 29.26, guys, if we can get through that. And again, this is all if Bitcoin behaves, okay? If Bitcoin behaves, then links off to the races again. So they're just some key areas to keep an eye on over the weekend, guys, as we approach the weekend. Remember that Sunday is a bit of a dump day. It's not an exact science. Again, it's not always the case, but majority, Sunday is a bit of a dump day. But hopefully, yeah, we can push out and push upwards now, guys, and we have bottomed out on Chainlink, so it's all good. I'm going to take a look at the Ethereum chart right now, guys. So very exact same situation as Chainlink, really. Triple bottom on the hourly. You can see we've not exactly, well, just there we've painted a bullish divergence as well on the hourly there. So there, lower high, higher high, and we've done a high and a lower high. So again, we could be forming the triple bottom here on the hourly time frame, and we could see a reversal here on Ethereum. So on the hourly, we are looking really bullish for Ethereum now, guys, with the bottoms and a reversal and a bullish divergence. Let me just take a look on the 4 hourly time frame here. So you can see our target down here, which was this target here, which was 1453. We did actually come down a little bit below that target, but we're just coming up above it now. So that's good for Ethereum, guys. So the targets now, again, if we can push up and get above these 10 EMA, the 10 EMA on the 4 hourly time frame, guys, it'd be nice to get above it, because you can see when we're above, we're in an uptrend there, and when we're below it, we're in a downtrend. So we need to push on. We need to get above this 10 EMA, guys, and we need to then get above the 55 EMA on the 4 hourly time frame on Ethereum. So I've dropped a link down below in the description of the video for you guys, so you can go to these charts and chart it yourself. And yeah, it's very easy to do and very easy to get into, and just have a play around. Like I said, watch loads of videos and just have a look and see what you see. Have a play, experiment. So yeah, I'm just going to look at 1 inch for you guys now. Yeah, so I said that down here this was looking really bullish for 1 inch. And we absolutely smashed through with the resistance there at 416. You see that we'd hit it a couple of times there, and we sort of toyed with it a little bit there on the hourly time frame. But I think yesterday, just as it was approaching it, some news came out about Binance Smart Chain and the fact that 1 inch is being adapted for it, and it's just absolutely took off to the races. It came back down. As you can see, it's bounced off this 55 EMA on the 4 hourly time frame. On that hourly time frame, and it's just acting as support now on its way up. So super bullish for 1 inch, guys. Super bullish, really good. Look at this reversal here, it's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. So I hope you guys are buying the dips down here on 1 inch, because it's a fantastic project. It's going to the moon, guys, going to the moon. So as we move up, we've obviously got our levels of resistance now. As we push on, you can see it's already hitting a level of resistance there. We've got touches there, support. So this is a key area to get through right now, guys. And you can see it is toying with this area. At the moment, we could drop the fib on this. If 1 inch is really running into resistance here, which is this level of resistance here where it acted as support for a long time, you could look at this area here as a retracement down to the golden pocket, the 0618, guys. So we could easily come down and test this 0618, guys, and then bounce off. So I would be looking at this as a really strong area of support now for 1 inch if it was to break down. I'm not saying it will break down. I'm just saying that we have moved up. We have topped out on the hourly time frame at this level of resistance now. If you look across, with multiple levels of support in its previous uptrend. So now if it struggles to get above that, I would expect to see a retrace down to this level, which is the 370 level, guys. So we may push down to the 370. So we'll mark that up for you guys as a level of support now moving forward for 1 inch. Mark that up for you guys. I wouldn't expect us now to drop any lower than that in this move, because the trend it's reversed. We've got positive news for 1 inch. And as you can see, as we come down, and you can see if I bring out the fib on this level here, if I bring out the fib, you can see this move here. I can almost guarantee that went up, touched the top, and it retraced to the golden ratio. That went up, come back down, and retraced to the golden ratio. So this is where the fibs are really important, guys. So yeah, look at that. So we went up from this bottom here, topped, come back down, bounced off to 618. Okay, that's called the golden ratio. So again, we'll drop the fib on the other move. So we bottomed out there on that golden ratio. We went up, drop the fib again on this move. So we went up, we topped. So we went from there, that drop of the golden ratio, that test of the golden ratio, came back up, topped, come back down, and well, you can't quite see that, guys. Let's move that across. So we'll drop that out. We've come back down, and you can see we've bounced off to 0.618, guys. A really key level in an uptrend is you always see a retracement to the golden ratio. It's weird how it works. Don't ask me how it works. It's Fibonacci. It's this genius mathematician that lived hundreds of years ago. Fibonacci exists everywhere, guys. So that's what we're saying. We're saying if we see this level here, look at this complete breakout. Again, you could just say this move here, set your fibs on it like we have done from the bottom to the top of this move, providing we don't break through it. If we find this level here now as a really key level of resistance, then you eyeball the Fibonacci here, the 0.618, which is at 370, as a level of support in this upswing, okay, on the hourly time frame, guys. So I would be expecting, not necessarily, it's not an exact science, but if we was to come back, I would be expecting it to be the very bottom now for 1 inch in this entire move. If we was to go from this breakout here to this breakout, you can see in the smaller move on the Fibonacci, if we go there and that's the top, you can see that we may potentially have a bit of a touch of 4.18. So we may even come down to there and bounce off that and move up. But what I'm saying, the overall movement, the absolute low from here, if this was the top just for now, would be 370. I've said it is that sort of level there. So that's how you use the fibs, guys. A lot of people just use the fibs on the day trading, like, you know, so they would know that when the top comes in there, so they traded from there and they watch the top there, and they would know that the retracement is here, there. And another thing you can keep an eye on as well is the RSI, guys, to find the top. So something to keep an eye on as well in this trading, guys, is this RSI here. You can see up here, this is called overbought. So when we push above this 70 here, this level here on the RSI, this is into an area called overbought, and this usually is indicative of a reversal. And as you can see, you can keep an eye. So you basically set your bottom there where the swing was, and it's gone up, and you waited for the RSI to paint the top, and then you set your fib. So you wouldn't have had all this price action here, guys, none of this price action there. So you paint your fib and you drop it down, and you know that it has to come down and touch this 0.618 golden pocket. So yeah, just something to keep an eye on, guys, in the charts moving forward on 1 inch. I'll take a look at Reef for you guys as well. So with that correction yesterday, guys, you can see we had broke out of this trend here, this trend line. If I zoom out a bit, we are on the hourly time frame here, but you can see we've been coming up and testing this trend line the whole way in this correction here, and we actually got above it there, as we spoke about yesterday. Obviously the correction came, we broke down, and we've came down, we bottomed out at 0.2467, and we've come back down and retested this at 0.279. And I did say to you that if we was to break up, then I would expect us to come down and at least touch this 0.2791 before we continue. It's just a confirmation that the trend's reversed, guys. So it's effectively a double bottom. This is basically a triple bottom on the hourly time frame. If we was to switch to the 4 hourly, you would see that it's potentially a double bottom. Yep, just like that. It's 1, 2 bottoms. So if we switch back to the hourly time frame here, guys, you can see that what we've done is we've gone up, we've come back down, we've tested this, not quite got all the way down to that 0.279. I think it got to 0.2, what is that level there, guys? Let's put that in there. So it wasn't far off, but anyway, it wasn't that far off. We did come down and test it. So what now? Well, I think things are looking really good for Reef. I think we've come down, we've tested this, this is just confirmation as support along the bottom now. You can see we're just coming up and we're testing this trend line. We're trying to break out again now, guys. We're finding a little bit of resistance just there. We did actually break just above it, and we're coming back down and we're bouncing off it as support. So that's really positive for Reef. So potentially we could see that breakout we're looking for on Reef, guys. So again, like I say, it's not an exact science, but what I look for in the charts anyway is just rinse repeat patterns, guys. When we have corrections or we have up trades, upswings or anything, you can basically look at the previous price action on any chart and see a very familiar pattern of which way it's turning and which way it's going. So yeah, super good on Reef, guys. Things are looking good. The fact that we've had this triple bottom on the hourly time frame here, and multiple touches down there as support. This is acting as really strong support, guys. Like I said to you, as long as we don't fall below this 0279 and break down to these levels in the previous build up, then it's really strong. It's looking really strong for Reef. So yeah, let's stay positive, guys. Let's all keep positive together and let's keep marching forward. I hope you liked that video today, guys. I'll continue to make these videos. All I ask in return is that you smash that like button for me. You share the videos where you can. Social media or whatever, family and friends. Just bring more people to the channel and let's all educate ourselves and learn together. So onwards and upwards, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye bye.